done this. So. Okay. Well, hello and welcome to the stream, and hello YouTube. Uh, for when I ever actually upload this, my voice is very cracky. To me, it's early in the morning, but it's not. It's only 11:08 a.m. So, okay. Today we're gonna be playing the Stanley Parable. I just booted the game, and this is the first screen I came across, and I didn't want to move past that. So let's go ahead and try and do this. I understand that this is supposed to be kind of like a choose your own kind of path thing, different pathways you can take that change the game. So let's figure that out for ourselves. I never got to play the very original game, and I never got to play the regular Stanley Parable after because I'm aware that it's a boot. But let's go ahead and get into it. Please choose a screen and subtitle language. We'll do English. I just answered this question. No. Hold on. Tomax, hello. It's I have not streamed in so long, so it's actually funny that you dropped by. Hello. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? I just answered this question, and that answer is no. Please adjust to the slider. Okay, let's get all. Enter your current time. Oh. Okay, it is. I'm a bit quiet. Oh, hey, AJ, what's up? I'm a bit quiet. Let me see. Hold on. Myself up a little bit. Is that any? Oh God, my voice is cracking. Is that any better? Okay. Yeah, it has been a while since I've been on here. All right, you guys are gonna know my time. 11:11. Make a wish, everybody. All right, no accessible settings can be accessed from the main menu. Okay, let's get into it. I want to see it. Oh, that's so weird. Look at that. Do anything with the screen. You are playing the Stanley Parable. Let's begin the game. I'll change like audio settings the more I go. Actually, change my field of view and stuff. We'll do 85 for now. I don't have a controller. All right, let's look at audio. We'll keep the narrator's voice pretty high. And we'll lower some settings here. Music volume. I'd like to keep most of it, but whatever. Sound effects, we'll lower that to about 60. This is bothering me, 65. Come on, 60. There we go. Video. All right, we won't worry about any of that. Let's go. I wish you would give me casserole. AJ, if you just ask, I'll make you casserole. It's okay.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Very.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. So if I'm aware, I believe this game, the narrator gives you like kind of a path to go on. I think I remember that much. Oh, okay. Crouching. No jump. Okay. Let me change my camera sensitivity one more time. Come on. Let's see if that works. Oh no! I quit the game. I had to go back in there. Hold on. Okay, we'll skip that part. Okay, that's better. All right, let's walk. So I think we'll follow his pathway first. I'm pretty sure that's how the game works first. So we'll see that, and then we'll just start. After that, depending on how long that is, we'll try to branch out and see what else is like. What else is different when you don't listen?
Were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
That's a big penciling. Number 1 dad. Hey, that's me. All right, let's see. I can't see these forms 434. What number was I? 427, right? 427. Okay, 427. I don't know if that's important. Oh. Be my Valentine. What's this? What's an open room? Can we go in these like eventually? Oh. Okay, I can't open it, apparently. Oh, what's that? Know your city. Let me get close up to the screen. I can't read it. Never mind. Okay. 425. Hate Mondays. God, I do. Just listen to my voice, and it is Monday today, right? Yeah, it is Monday. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
The left one. Okay, so he wants us to go to the left one. I like to explore, so look for 343 Industries. I got you, bro. I got you.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Meeting room, floor 4XX, group planning. Weekly targets, marketing Mondays. Nothing to... Wait, we termination Tuesdays? We broke Wednesdays. Mergers. I'll do not alter. Can I alter anything? Oh, man, I thought that'd be cool. Targets push for funding already new coffee machine. I agree. New coffee machine should be here. Get Chris out of broom closet? Papers? What the heck is that? Oh my god, that thing is over there. Tomorrow, complete today's. Okay. Let's go! Oh, please no more charts. What? On your boss appreciation worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Fill in the triple clear, blah, blah, blah. Return to your boss appreciation specialist. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with another employee, remember it takes two to start fighting, and remember, you're right. You can pause and read these if you guys want to. So, football, plant life, transcend lunch, travel, metamorphosis, clear skin, spring break. Okay, let's go. Tips for now. Oh, hold on. Tips. Talk less. Okay, I got it. Let's go. Hey, broom closet. See in the broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay, only 'cause you said so, sir.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Executive bath. Oh, what? Money in the morning, money in the evening, money before breakfast, money crisps. Okay. I was hoping that the executive bathroom would be like a golden toilet, but it is not. It's not a very comfortable place to poop. All right. Oh, shoot. Business time. Nothing much here. Anything in here? Okay, can't go there. Ooh.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845. I don't know this code.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct
Jesus,
code.
it's so dark.
Amazingly,
At work.
he stepped
You're right.
into the newly opened passageway.
I can because I work from home. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Oh, hello. Okay. Going down to the new. Loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest.
Hold on, let me turn up the actual game volume for a little bit. Okay.
As though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
It sure wouldn't. Oh. So I'm trying to keep an...
walked
Oh,
straight ahead
Jesus.
through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
But this one says escape. Okay. I want to keep in mind things that are different, or it could possibly be different. The flight is on, call extension 914 immediately. I wonder if that's like an Easter egg. This one. Keep in mind of things that are different, and we'll go through those ones, hopefully. Ooh, can I fall? No. Light.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did
What
he have
does
the
it
strength
hold?
to find out?
I apparently do. Let's go. Dude, I wish I had this many TVs. Imagine playing like Smash Bros or something on here. Like this 360 view. What do I do? Oh.
Now the monitors jumped again.
Fired?
Their true nature revealed.
104
Each
was
bore
fired.
the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives
Whoa.
of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
What's that?
And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored
Oh
in his
god.
place.
Hey, that's the same image.
And nothing.
Where am I? What was I 427? Oh, there I am, right there. Will it come up? Hey, it's my desk. Woo! All right. You said find 343. That's fun. Oh, what's that? That one's corrupted. Where's 3? There it is. 343. Nah, nobody's there. Not working on anything. Of course. What's this?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was
It
this
is
the only
true.
reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He
No.
refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it.
I refuse.
His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it
Very.
even possible?
It's
Had he
not
truly
possible.
spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Of course.
But here was the proof. The heart
Out
of the operation.
operation.
Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
This narrator is awesome. Ooh, another cup. I like what? I like work. I just hate my boss. Okay. Okay, what do I do? I saw a button that said number 3. Oh, there's more one. 1, 2. Oh, okay, okay. Okay. So there's a button up there. 1, 2. 3 was wire over here. Yeah, there you go. 3. There's a button up there. Let me check down here first. 5. So it has to be that button up there, right? Yeah, has to be. I can't see anything. I can't go up there. Button down here. Nothing down here. What did he give me, like a path? I really don't remember. All right, let's just press 5.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he
I
knew
guess-
it was his
I
duty,
guess not.
his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
So I press off. Yeah, that was the correct way, right? My God, do you guys hear my voice cracking? Jesus.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won.
Yes!
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command.
I've defeated the
Freedom
man.
was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his
Dang right.
co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was
Damn
perhaps
right.
the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
What a beautiful sight to it. Where's the...
Stanley
Oh,
felt the cool
okay.
breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Very happy. Wake up, Stanley. He's been woke. Beat the game. Get your first achievement. The end is never the end, is never the end. The what? Oh, I'm back. Well, that one was fun. Let's go ahead and start branching off. I want to go ahead and follow his path again, but I want to kind of do it. I think. No, you know what? Let's not go through his path. I want to go through a different one. So we'll go through the right door this time. Stanley also hates Mondays.
All of his co-workers were gone. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley.
Okay.
I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost.
Yes.
Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417. 417. Let's go. 417. 417. 20 clicks.
Oh, great. Now,
All right.
go click a few times on door 437.
437. 437. That one's back here. Right? 436. Ah.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
415. 415. Let's go. 420 plays it. Let's go. 4. Aha.
Now, back to door number 437.
Let's go. He said he wants to see some hustle, so I'm making it look like hustle.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Oh, okay. Where is that? Let's go. No. Awaiting input. That's not it. Where's the copy machine? This is not the, where is it? Copy. Did I pass it?
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Let's go, 417.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
419? How do I do that? Oh.
Yes, this is great. You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go
Yes.
give me a few clicks on door 416.
416. 416. 416.
We've almost got it.
Yes.
Now the copy machine, do that one again.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Copy machine. Did it pass it? No, I didn't.
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 clicks on door 430.
4, 5.
Yes, we did it. Oh, wow. That felt amazing.
It sure did.
Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very
Yes.
proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks.
I know, right?
Really now.
I didn't even think
What
that.
are you thinking?
I don't know. I really don't know. That was great. What do you guys think? That's I didn't even know about it. That's so cool. Oh, another one. I already read that one. Let's go. All right, let's start branching. All right, we're gonna go through the right door this time. I did his bidding for that part.
When Stanley came to a set of
screw you,
two
I'm going
open
this way.
doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
You're dang
Perhaps
right.
He wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Can I get anything for clicking on these doors? I guess not. This is the Pixar lamp.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Give me a soda. Give me a soda, or I'm sorry, a cold
Yes,
drink.
Really, really worth it being here in the room.
It is.
A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Will he say anything if I stay in here longer?
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
Well,
It's possible that this is why everyone left.
you know what? I'm not opposed to that logic. So, Mr. Narrator,
Stanley sat around waiting for more.
cut me
dialogue.
off.
But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Yes. Oh, 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 oh. I want a drink. Ooh, a coffee. Coffee nut. Oh, am I cooking that? All right, I just want to wait here for a couple more minutes. That's not my time. Okay, fine, I'll leave.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
How about no? Yeah. No. Yeah, you know what? We'll go through that one. We'll go through that one.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Back on track. No, I don't want to get back on track. Let's go this way. Ah. I'm clicking on the little pail. The end is not. Hey, I wasn't done
Stanley
reading it.
didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about
I
and
sure
get
did.
even further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go from here.
Come on.
It's,
Come on.
left.
You sure? Can't go this way? Fine.
Oh, no.
Ah,
No, it's
God.
to the right. My mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right?
Because it was the right
What
thought.
was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear. Would you hold on for a minute, please?
Sure. Take your time, narrator.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep. Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Is that a car? Are they going to mug me? Well, I'm curious now. What's on the left and right? Hello, buddy. Oh, what's that? Okay. Hey. Okay, I was trying to see if maybe the door is open back behind me.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable.
Thank you.
How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. This time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay.
That's it?
From the top.
Excuse me. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
All right, we'll go back to the right again.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change?
Probably.
Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Yeah.
It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure.
Oh.
Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Okay. Oh, I can't go through this one. Why? Oh, I would love to go through. Oh, wait. Can I? Oh, I can't climb this box like I could do the other one. Let's go. I said we'd go right, so we'll... Oh, same way. All right, let's go.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No, not yet.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Wait, I just found something.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Nothing's different in here. That was there earlier.
Okay, yep, it's worse.
I
might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
like I can turn. Okay, yeah. Like, ooh, there's a fly in my room. Or B3, huh? There's like open doors right there. Can I go there? No.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Why is there a fly
No,
here?
wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Yes, sir. Can I? No, God. Sorry, there's a fly in here, dude.
Now this, well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all.
I like
Is
it.
this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Are you losing
Well, you
yourself?
know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yeah!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Yes.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
I feel good about it.
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
What are you talking about?
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
I did that achievement.
Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Oh, okay. This adventure line.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Oh, I really want to go that way. Just curious.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Oh, okay. Well, I got my curiosity out of the way. Can I do the achievement still? We'll see. We'll do it later. Oh, God. I don't know if my mic that up.
You see, the
Wait,
line knows where this
the
story
boxes.
is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story?
I don't know.
Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Bum dum da 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 bum. Bum. Oh. Oh, I'm stuck. Over the chair. What in the heck? Oh my God. This music is amazing. Oh, come on. Let me explore. Wait. Whoa, that's trippy, dude. Oh my god.
Wait, cut the music.
Yes,
Go
please.
back and look at that fern.
But oh, what fern? That is.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. It's got 1, 2. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. I've studied, learned, and conquered. Let's go.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Let's go back this way.
Still missing the doors. Did we make a mistake following the line?
TM.
Perhaps we could have found the story on our own.
Can I still? Oh, wait, since I'm here, let me still do the achievement. Okay, so it doesn't work. Am I curious and busybody? Oh, hello.
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been
Hey,
through...
you created this line.
I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Okay, here we go. Line again.
You know what, Stanley?
Jesus.
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right?
Yeah.
Why can't we make up our own story?
Yeah,
Something
let's do it.
exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
You know what, narrator? I agree with you. For once.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Okay, narrator. Here's what I want. I want us to have an adventure where our choices matter in this game. So if we go to the left door, everything on the right explodes. It's things like that. That's what I want. Can you make that happen?
No, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms.
No lines,
Just don't
damn.
acknowledge it. We should be fine.
It's trademarked. Yeah, I'll jump over the lines. I can't. No jump button. Give me a gun. This will be an exciting game. Ah!
A choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just
Okay.
walk in circles for a minute. Okay.
Walk this
So
way.
I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So
Sure.
starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
But you just made that choice for me. The confusion.
Oh, hold up, what's this? Hmm.
The confusion.
Confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
I've been monitoring
That's
her.
really how all this goes?
His name is actually
It's
narrated.
all determined?
Aimless wandering.
So
Second
now,
restart.
according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply
Oh,
because it's
fine,
written
can
here
you-
on this thing, wall.
Previous.
Well, who consulted me?
Stanley
What did I
attempts
get
to play the
decide?
story, but is
Why
prevented,
don't I
unable to
get a
go
say in
anywhere.
all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The,
Wander
whatever
in
it
the
is that made this
find
stop?
a bookstore?
How would we even
Get
know?
pardon.
Will someone come
After
to us?
a long time, Stanley
happen?
dies.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait.
Yeah.
You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
What just happened?
All of his co-workers were gone. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's actually go to the left, because it said if I play it, I'm unable to. I'll get prevented, right?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Oh no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. Is the executive bathroom the same? Alright. Yeah, it's the same.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Or am I supposed to be prevented from doing the story? Okay, it's loading. The smell. This is the same.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
We're gonna keep going.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh, God. That hurt. All right, let's
Now
go.
the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Is it not going to prevent me from doing anything until maybe the last second, maybe?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe.
Hey, that's where I
Couldn't be
was.
True. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yes.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay. Everything seems to be pretty normal so far. But I could have swore it told me that I would have, like... been prevented. Coffee.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes.
It's the same.
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Okay. So it just took me to the regular ending. That's so weird. I thought it would, because I was looking at the board and it said that we would do a different one, or I would be
All of
prevented.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We're going. All right. Let's
When Stanley
Let's
came
branch
to
back
a
to
set
the-
of
to the
two
left.
open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
he closed the broom closet. We're gonna go down. Oh my
Coming to
god.
a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Whoa. Red lights are creepy.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
Yeah.
He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe He thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
I
All
am.
of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This
Okay.
is all a dream.
It could be.
What a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go
Hey,
back to
wake
my
up,
boring
Stanley.
real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Yeah.
So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Yeah.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice
Stanleyception.
in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control. That
Yes.
this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He
Wake
felt
up,
the
Stan.
cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Okay. I'm still here.
Stanley began screaming. Please,
Ah!
someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Huh?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
Okay,
She
Maria,
had no
I get
time
it.
for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
What? I just died? Oh, the confusion ending said I would die, right? Was this
Already
all?
this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
What?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, we're gonna attempt it one more time. I'll just speed through this on YouTube. Blah, 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 blah.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Choop,
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Gonna do this.
Okay,
284.
I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway.
I still want.
No surprise.
I can't press. Okay. Cool. He didn't let me go through that sequence again. Okay, so we're gonna go down, and instead of going to the straight down, we'll go to that escape path. Bzz, bzz. Bzz, bzz.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No, we're gonna go this way.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he's... Nope, still on board with death.
Okay, is he doing it? Oh, come on. Okay. Nope, still on board with death. You imbecile. What violent death would I meet?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yes. Whee! Did I die? Oh, no, I'm still falling. You lied. I'm alive.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Okay.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Wait, but this is not how I wanted it to die, is it?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Wait. I'm alive. I'm a
And yet it would be
survivor.
just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
I'm a survivor.
When
Keep
every
on
task you can walk
surviving.
has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What? The official blueprint. Wait, hold on. The blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path, Stanley two doors. The game was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development. Okay. Corridor. Here's the 2 doors, and then it branches off. It's my desk. The office. A selection of the sounds throughout each one. The keyword stroke in a synthesizer. Okay. Is this the development of The Office? Ah, The Office clock. Can't forget that. I'm curious. The lounge.
He traveled upward to the power source. When Stanley came to the lift, he traveled upward to the power source at the top of the facility to end this injustice forever.
Kevin Brighting, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue. Terry wrote 3 separate times over 2 years of development.
Stanley stood on the roof.
Interesting. This is really cool. Freedom ending. What? Did I? Ah. What? What? I can't pull anything. Game is now paused. We'll go straight. We ran 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development. Each meant. First one released in May 2012. It features a series of broken rooms and a voice of the narrator informing viewers that he is repairing a new version of the Stanley Parable. Oh, this must have been it. Neat. Sprint. Sprint! Meeting room, option 1, option 2. God, I can't imagine like the development that really goes into a game like this. Okay. We haven't been there. Or there. Oh, wait, what? Can I do that? Quakester question. Capybaras. Oh. How do you stay in shape? Sincerely, the Michael the Rock Martin. Are you gay? What? Dink dunk? It just changed like the okay, art. During the game's dear narrator, I appreciate the previous Stanley game. As a work of art and a standalone title, I appreciate the credit given to your art, which was why I'm so eager to see it. Hey, hey! Alright. My office! Oh, this is so nice. I get to see my office. Oh, this is where I was earlier, right? Oh. Well, I want to continue exploring just a little bit more. And this will just breeze past later on. Went that way. I didn't go down, right? Warzone. Is this a place in the game? Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would be sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. That's funny. I like that. I think it's a good joke. Okay, is this the here? I don't think we've been there. No. Oh, okay. I just got brought back. Okay, let me go back. All right, let's go through that door. I think we explored pretty much everything. And if not, I'm sure we'd find some of these places. I don't think we've been there either. It literally says exit 2.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Yes. I would love to be free.
Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Alright.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you.
Quit. Did that work?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the
We're going to the left.
meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room.
Beautiful.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
That's the one that would take me back. Let's go this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not lie if you are lying right now. Stop it. Okay. I just have a feeling that if I go back the other way, I'm just gonna end up having the same ending, so. We'll check it out another time. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Okay. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. So you get a higher penalty for dying, essentially. Can I jump off? I'm just curious.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Let's try this again.
All of his co-workers were
Gone. What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art, but eager to get back to business,
That was different.
Stanley took the first open door on his
I think.
left.
Alright. If you're lying right now, stop.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I will not fall to my death.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for
Cool.
others? Are you that convinced that I want something
Danger
bad to
everywhere.
happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
No buckets past this point? Hey, give me a bucket. Is this a bucket? It's not technically a bucket. It could technically be a bucket.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley
Okay.
walked through the red door.
Yes, I didn't.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
By this door. Fine, I will still not do it.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh. Screw you, buddy.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
Skill trees.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. let me
Let's
take a
do
stab
some
in the
skill
dark at a
trees.
new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Yeah, sure, why not? I'll follow you this time.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Okay, I'm gonna assume 1 is the worst and 5 is the best. So, you know what, narrator? Because of your attitude.
A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's
A
not even
1?
helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to
A
judge.
1?
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
All
Let's
right.
take a look.
Go ahead and pat yourself on the back. Worldwide leaderboard. Good old Neil's offline. Kidding. Mr. Hayes Esquire. Oh my gosh. Did you know that 21.3% of players skip the intro sequence? Only the worst 3% of players would choose the blue door. You are objectively ranked 900 or 9,328 out of 9,328. Why not ask him? Oh, he's right though. I don't have any friends. 98.9% of players are more attractive than Stanley. How dare you, dude? How dare you compete against others to improve your Stanley? This is a career. You know what? Screw you, buddy.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
You know what? I will give it to you.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing.
Okay.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Sure.
Perfect. Let
Skill
me bring
trees?
it up.
Vehicles?
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail.
Okay.
It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Screw that baby, man. Burn.
You heartless
Burn.
bastard. Did
You're
you
heartless.
do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
You
If
wanted
it's
me to
the
play it
latter,
for
I don't know
4
what to do. I'm
hours. I'm
completely
not
out of
playing that
ideas.
for 4
I
hours.
can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done.
Okay,
It's
bye.
over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
I would
Oh,
hope so.
hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's
What?
see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
All right. Playing another game.
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is
Firewatch?
about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
I can't read that. Hold on. Who fire watches the fire watch? Who fire watches the fire watch? Okay. Who does fire watch the fire watch? Okay. I love Firewatch though. Firewatch is such a good game. Ooh. I wonder how much of it that'll let me explore. What is that chick's name that was in there? Yeah, there's her tower. What was her name? I don't remember her name. Not in June.
Oh no. No, 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 it can't be.
Yes.
It is. It's an open world game.
I thought you knew that.
Quickly,
Jonesy
block
Lake.
it off.
No, 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 wait. Oh.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay.
No, we're in the woods, actually.
Let's find another game.
Wait.
Preferably something with walls.
With
Something
walls.
Nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Is it actually going to be another game? Be kind of funny.
Okay. I think this will be just the thing.
All right, another game. Here we go.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly
Rocket
what I
League.
had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stan, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Oh, will ya? I guess I better actively look for a way to impress you.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must.
It is Rocket League. It even says Rocket League. That's awesome. Oh, I'm faster. Wait, oh no, I want to go. Oh, okay. Can I hit it that way? I know the goal is right there. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls.
Huh? Oh, God. Woo! More of them. More balls. Let's go. We smack everyone's balls here.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley?
I am.
Are you having fun? Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
Yeah.
That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes. Hold on. What are you doing?
Whoa.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
This kind of looks like the portal area. Can't see anything. Hold on. Let me turn up the brightness just a little bit. The general? What? Content warning. I probably should have put that on, yeah. Again, game again. I guess this way. Oh. Oh god, this is actually kind of creepy. I can't go that way. Da 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 da. So like where are we going now? Oh, Mr. Narrator, I would like to see. Oh, light. Never mind, I don't need you at all. 425. Ooh, can we find 427 here? Yes. It's my desk. It is at my desk that I cannot do anything at. Can't press any buttons. No. Alright, let's go back. Stanley walked through the red door. What?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice.
And
And if
freedom.
he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it.
America.
He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way.
Someone
Once
has a
it ends,
god
after it all
complex.
comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
Very soon.
I can wait.
Let's wait. Oh, look at that. I didn't do anything.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
But it says new content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
New content. No content. Yes, this is lovely new content. To be fair, I don't.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, you're welcome.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Yes, I do actually know that.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of video
God.
game consoles and home computers.
Consoles?
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley
More
Parable,
game.
delighting audiences the world over.
I love this.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable
It's
Ultra
gotta be.
Deluxe.
It's gotta be more
Oh, well,
cabinets.
this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Maybe I'll get a bucket.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... oh, there we go.
There we go.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Yes. New content.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Gimme the content, Stanley.
Yes, let's go discover it together and narrate.
All right. All right, let's see. It's
The jump
the
start.
jump circle.
Yeah. This is fun. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, 3, 2, 1, and. Aw. Well, that was very exciting new content.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
I
It's
have
just
to disagree
elevators
with you.
and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
It
If this is
doesn't
new content,
nowadays.
then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Where's that fern he told me to remember? Thank you for
That's
enjoying
it?
the new
Oh,
content.
you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. Oh, it's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid.
I think I found my
could
thumbnail.
never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
No, I missed it. Whoa. Can I, like, I want to know. Oh. Hey, it's the door. Okay.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
No, you're making me so curious.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares? When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's
just.
the door, just go.
What? It blinked again.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Did I miss out on an opportunity?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many
just got an
individuals
achievement.
reduced to
You can't
pixels
jump.
on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Yeah.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yes.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
It looks like I can press these things. I want to know what to do here. I actually see it physically getting pressed too. Okay, so from here, I'm not going to turn it off, I'm going to turn it on. Maybe that will change something.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is that what you wanted?
I want
control?
Power.
Oh, Stanley, well, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before your
Shush, narrator.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. but I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra
Yes, please.
time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh, dear me. What's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life.
Good God.
Until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Is there a way to beat that? Oh.
Psst. Stanley.
Yes, I
Come
actually...
over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
We're actually going to follow this one now. I think this will be the last path I take. We'll have to see. Just joking. Not joking, just to kind of see where it goes.
You remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our
It's like a little AI just...
Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Wow, this is beautiful.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory
Zone
Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Wow. Collector's edition, first edition. Oh, the ending scene. Don't forget the Stanley Parable. Audience Award 2014 Independent. Nice. The British Academy of Film and Television Arts. Good times. Yes, yeah. Let's begin again. 2013. Our first kiss, my first car, the release of Stanley Parable in 2013. Oh gosh. Buy on Steam. Wow. Mozilla. Who even uses that anymore? If you use it, I'm sorry. A trip down Memory lane. Good God. Smile because it happened. Your first US dollar. Oh God. Is that how it actually looked before? I think it did. I remember. I'm pretty sure I watched videos. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. I did hear that that was an achievement. Unachievable. It's impossible to get this achievement. Well, isn't this just a delight? Oh, it's the one where he died. Deals tough choices. Ooh. Of little Stanley. Oh, piano.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally
They are
every
just patting
game
themselves
ever
on their own
created.
back.
It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now, a lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Memory zone maintenance. The tasteful nostalgic. It was good. All right. This is end is never the end is never the end. The end is never the end.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating
Garbage.
commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Oh. The door opened back up. A headset.
Oh, these were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
In your memory zone, this still doesn't work.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
I believe so.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
What the heck? Steam reviews. Steam reviews. Oh my God. Oh, there's more right here. Oh, I can't even read them. Don't be scared, Stanley Parable. You got a good one right here.
Okay, let's see what this one says.
All the idea.
While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games,
He reads it like I do.
Gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You
No.
can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
Oh no.
Perhaps the Stanley parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Don't you worry, I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
There's a skip button. I was kind of hoping there was like a door back here or something.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably...
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what cooking... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks? I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking, and and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that... Oh, hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a...
Okay. He's gone. The fire alarm? The clock fell off the wall. Oh, it's not even working anymore. That's a cool detail. Let's go give it another push.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us in absolute...
What is going on?
End is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Good God. You know, I gotta say, this skip button is a hindrance. Oh. Let's try it now. Oh, light. There's light. How far am I skipping? Where's Miss O? Where's Mr. Narrator? I would like to talk to Mr. Narrator. Oh, stop there. Narrator, please. Come back. I miss you. Oh, it's dark. Oh, where's all my plants? Good God. Okay. Wasn't this still technically part of the memory zone? I can't get up here. Oh. Do I still need to... okay.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
New content.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Oh, God. What is going on? Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, going faster. Ooh, yes. New content. Let's
You
go.
see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
Start.
Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
2? Stanley Parable 2.
Yes, you see, it is far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions. Think
Oh,
of all
yes.
the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An
Time
entirely
to
new
wake up.
experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
The end is never the end. Again. Stanley Parable 2. 427.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier
Just
than
two
Ultra
chairs.
Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra
Taste the
Deluxe. What
sequel.
does it even mean? But the Stanley
Two,
Parable 2.
wait,
Now that's
TVA,
an artistic
two
statement
Tweedle.
right there. It's
That's that.
future-oriented. It screams progress and
Spit all
innovation
over myself.
and long-term franchising potential.
Yes, I agree. 2 watering machines. Yes, this is the way it should be. What does it say? Just the 2 of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us. Dun, dun, dun. New mug. Never underestimate coffee. Enjoyer who left their cup by a leather sofa that faces a blurry room. I love these. Crow. 2. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Old and busted new hotness. Boring sections of the chart. Cool red sections of the chart. They're back. 2 doors. 2 new mugs. Ow. More TSP. More the Stanley Parable. 2 better Stanley Parable. Win-win. Sequential mind share. First and second. The color red. Leverage. Holistic value. This is beautiful. It's the fern. It's 2 of them. Oh, no. Oh, I kind of like that one. I don't know why. Alright, can I pick one? Oh, that'd be cool, though. Two Stanleys? Now that's innovation.
Now, to be clear,
Good
I
God,
haven't
dude.
quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, 2 legs, 2 arms. Question mark. Who took the red marker? Me. Nice, this is awesome. I saw the investors showcase. Sequels are good. Portal 2, it was pretty good. Half-Life 2, I never actually played the Half-Life game. Batman Arkham Asylum 2 or City, yeah, that was actually pretty good. Never played Divinity Original Sin. Doom 2 was pretty good. Never played the Aladdin games, and I never played Dark Souls 2. But from what I hear, I think Dark Souls 2 wasn't as good as Dark Souls 1 and 3. So I'm gonna call BS on that. The prequel to the Stanley Parable 2 is the sequel to the Stanley Parable is the prequel to the Stanley Parable 2. Every pause button is a Roman numeral 2. I love this. I love the fact that these are all jokes. I love puns, and this is the best way to show it. Oh. New content. This is neat. This is neat. The red carpet, new features. It'd be cool to go to a red carpet event, I think. Man. It's 2 stools. Oh, no, it's just 1. Ooh.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of
The
the new features.
Stanley Parable 2. Exclusive. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Hear your name in the game. These still don't work. But there is 2.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Sure. You're yours today. I just spit everywhere. That's so gross. Okay. There's 2 accounts.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is.
How
Here,
dare you
let's
tease
have
me?
you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
Okay.
Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
I am.
If so, then please step forward and press the button. Yes! You see?
That feels so
What a
good
thrill,
now.
What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
Yes.
Oh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Okay, I can leave. Okay. This path is a lot longer than I thought it was gonna be. Alright, let's find out the other new features of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe
I suppose I
Edition
could allow
Stanley
only people
Parable
named
2.
Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Please, no screenshots. A whole new office. Red is the new orange. The new updated ray traced more of the same but in a good way sequel to the Stanley Parable, I'm assuming. New features, new content, new ideas. I love this. Jump circle, infinite hole. Infinite hole, you say? Just think of like that rock meme. The button that says the name, yes, I saw that. 0344. Stanley Parable 2. Office decoration. Stanley. Reassurance bucket? The bucket? Going to the bucket. Oh, ooh, hold on. Before we go to the bucket, they have a new merch line. The end is never that. I would get that shirt right now. Let's go to get this reassurance bucket. That area wouldn't let me take the
A
bucket.
common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical.
Just
That
pick it up.
engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, It's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Yes, I shall.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body.
Yes.
Can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Yes.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Oh, why, thank you.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they?
They really do.
All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
God, I can't wait for the Stanley Parable 2. Oh, I can still take the bucket.
Does anyone
Yes.
give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
No screenshots. 2.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
I don't know.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
How
Get
dare
Well
you.
Someday it is.
You know what? You're mean. I wanted that one. Oh.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Are you sure?
Come now, you've already made your choice. It's true that you chose badly, but we all have to move on from our mistakes.
How dare you? I'm gonna stay in here until you change it. Well, them apples, huh? Fine, whatever. Free, new, plus easy achievement. I can't believe it's simple. I do want to check it out. Or
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
will I be able to get out? I'm gonna go ahead and not do this one yet. Is that supposed to be Stanley? The jumps. Hey, I don't have any more.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh, well. I suppose
No
it can just
jumps.
be a nice decorative piece, then.
Oh, okay, whatever. Collectibles. Exit. Find the tech. Wait, can you find them? Can you find them? Can you find them? Collect them all. Oh,
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. You don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
One out of 6. I love that.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Get yours now. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement. No more steps. It just works. Get yours right now.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
I really want to know if like anybody has really taken the time to just sit there and do that. Just like the baby game. Like, has anyone actually
What else?
sat there and
What
done
other
that?
exhibits haven't we seen yet?
All right. Let's try the infinite hole. Got my bucket and I got to go to the infinite hole. It's okay. My bucket will reassure me that I'll be fine. Whee!
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Okay. That's nice.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on.
I don't
I'll
even
just
have
be
to
up
give
there when
commentary
you're
because this guy just gives it.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Oh, for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before.
I did.
Admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my life. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working?
It's not.
You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Wait. There's still things I want to explore. Narrator, please. If I was smart. Is that? Teleport. Let me use the bucket. I can get out with the bucket. Reassure me that I can get out. Oh. Hello? Narrator? Narrator? Hello? Narrator? Narrator? What? Hello, Stanley. G? Hey! I want this one, hold on. Change yourself. Oh. Oh my god.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley?
Ah.
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment.
Let me out.
How about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Let me out. Let me out. Oh.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
All right. We needed to go up here. The button that says gym had changed. All right, let's go bucket.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Okay. New. Settings world champion? Oh. Right here. Okay.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
I
Ready to
have.
move on now?
Yes.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features?
I
Yes,
love
know
them.
It's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Oh, that's...
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Okay. I should have captured that as a screenshot.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Oh. Oh, I turned that off.
Stanley pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office. Nothing responded to the bucket's touch, but it did little to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. You see, now that you've gotten the bucket involved, my standards have gone up.
And
Merely
yeah, I had
clicking a
some.
single door is no longer enough. Now, I want to see you press this bucket against multiple doors. Now, that's the kind of thing that merits an achievement. Why don't you put 20 bucket touches into door 417?
It is different. 417.
Okay, great. Now, go touch the bucket on door 437 a few times.
He doesn't sound as enthusiastic.
Yes, now we're getting somewhere. How about door 415? Give it some
Bucket love. Some bucket love.
Now back to door number 437. You know, I think the copy machine needs some attention. Well, all right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
So 417.
Okay, now bring the bucket on top of employee 419's desk. Yes, this is great. Now the bucket knows exactly what it's like to be employee 419. Now, let's introduce it to door 416. We've almost got it. Now make the bucket and the copy machine touch again.
Oh my god, this is so weird.
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 touches of the bucket on door 430. Yes, we did it. Wow, that felt amazing. You know, not all buckets will get this kind of experience.
You're
They
right.
all will know what it's like to slam repeatedly against nearly every door in one section of an office building, or what it's like to be employee 419. Buckets may dream of an experience like this, but few can say they've truly lived it. You've given a bucket hope today. Stanley, I'm very proud of you.
I didn't get an achievement for that. I just did it for no reason.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
The sequel is now paused.
And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him. Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket. Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket. Come to me, Stanley. Find me. He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out. This is the story of a woman named Marshmellow. Marshmellow woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
It's literally the same thing, but with a bucket now. I love that.
This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him.
If only he had taken that reassurance bucket.
He'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Marshmellow thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Impressive.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the
I think I remember the way.
Place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket
I'm taking
out
that bucket.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
There's a collectible.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
There's a collectible over there. Yeah.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. See,
I
there's
don't
a sign
care.
right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it.
No.
This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Let me in. Give me the bucket ending. I want the bucket ending. Whatever.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket? Correct.
What?
It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
What? I'm very good at this.
Item 2. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
What? Third one will be a bucket for sure, right?
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Woo!
Correct. This is a bucket.
I know my bucket knowledge.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Certainly looks like one.
You're
Yeah.
hallucinating. This is a tractor. It's
Duh.
an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one.
I really thought it would be one.
Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a bucket.
How?
Item 6.
No.
Is this a bucket? Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
What? What's both? It's both of what?
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. Should be around here somewhere. Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless, is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
Yes, narrator.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Yes.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart.
How
I don't
dare
want
it.
that. I'm sorry.
No, it's my reassurance.
All the buckets from the game and
No! This is
Okay,
my
here
bucket.
we go.
No! Wait, please.
What happened? Is everything gone?
You
Did
dumb.
everything disappeared? Wait, was everything a bucket?
Yes!
Every single thing in the game was a bucket.
I tried to tell you that,
I
narrator.
had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Okay, let's go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
I'm well
Can't buy
aware.
that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Where did I go? Oh. Bunch of mixtapes. Oh wait, isn't this where the cake is supposed to be? La.
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it.
This is funny.
Haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there? Camporata.
Yo, what is going on? Okay, I think I'm gonna have to call it there. I've played a lot longer than I needed to. I'll most likely be splitting this video up on YouTube. But man, this is definitely ridiculous. Thanks for joining me on the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe / Stanley Parable 2, apparently. Because this sequel is now paused, and I will continue this game another day. But thank you for joining me, and have a good one. Bye-bye.